Good evening, all. Hi, in this, I'm going to explain another important tool for the students and parents, that is AdBlock. In AdBlock, we see a curated content. Hi, in this, I'm going to explain another important tool for the students and parents, that is AdBlock. In AdBlock, we see a curated. Hi, in this, I'm going to explain another important tool for the students and parents, that is AdBlock. In AdBlock, we see a curated content related to different topics. For example, this article, the Q&A with the expert in chemical engineering, written by a professor from Andhra University. So, in this blog, he explained everything about the chemical engineering. Why one should take chemical engineering? What is the advantages of chemical engineering? What are the job prospects? Which is the best call? Like this, Professor Chittubabu Garu explained everything about the chemical engineering. So like this, we have different articles. Let's see one more. And how to score best marks in chemistry, which was written by the senior-most chemistry faculty, Anuradha Tenneti ma'am. In this, he answered the various doubts students generally have, like what are the important topics, what are the subjects you should study, other topics, the subtopic that one should study for getting better marks in chemistry. So we can have another senior faculty member, Dr. G.V. Sridhar. He wrote an article about the electronic and communication engineering. Then we have some articles exclusively for the details about the IITs, what are the available seats in IITs. So students can just click the link here. They can browse all the information here. The main advantage of this section is here you get all the comprehensive information about the 4 years BTech degrees at IITs. So we can just go through all the details of it. If a student want to know about a particular exam like BITSAT, so a blog was written. Here all the information related to BITSAT was given. The students can understand just by looking at the article. If they want to know exactly more information, they can just click this BITSAT admission website. They can go there. And even we have provided a comment section, so user can use their comment. So this is a very useful product that we developed at EdGroom to help the students and parents to take better career decisions. Thank you. In this, I'm going to explain one of the important tools on this website, that is EdForum. In this set forum, a student, a parent can pose the question, whatever question they have related to any course. In this, I'm going to explain one of the important tools on this website, that is NEET Forum. In this NEET Forum, I'm going to explain one of the important tools on this website, that is NEET Forum. In this NEET Forum, a student, a parent can pose the question, whatever question they have related to any course, a college, or a career. And those questions will be answered by people from different fields. Even some of the students who know the answers can pose their answers. So it is a best platform where one can pose their questions, or even they can answer the questions that are existing. So you can see how to become artificial engineer, or is MS in artificial intelligence degree enough? What is the entry-level salary in US? So this question was answered by scientists at Wiki. So like this, questions will be answered by people who are expert in their fields. So please share your question in this NEET Forum. Definitely questions will be answered very soon. Thank you. Hi, in this, I'm going to explain about an important tool related to exams, that is Ed Alerts. In this tool, we provided the brief information about the various exam notifications. If a student wishes to see the details of that particular exam, simply if you click on it, you'll see the brief details of that exam. For example, if you look at the JEE Advanced exam, so there we have written what is the exam date and what are the timings for each paper. And if they want to see more details about that exam, they simply click the link given below and they'll be directed to the official website. So like this, they can see the details about every exam, and all the notifications will be posted here. So students can see the information related to that exam, and if they want more details about that exam, they simply click that link, web link, and it will be directed to their original website. There they can browse everything they want. So this tool is very useful to the students to know in nutshell about each exam notification. Thank you. Hello. In this, I'm going to explain one of the most unique feature of this website, that is AdBytes. Let's see what is inside AdBytes. In AdBytes, you find the content from different sources, which is very useful to the students. In this, you can see a content related to different courses, different exams, different careers, like this. For example, a student who is preparing for JEE Mains exam, if he simply enters JEE Mains, you see the results. All the articles related to JEE Mains you can see there. So you can see a lot of information about the JEE Mains exam, how to prepare, what are the important dates, what are the books related. So you can browse a lot of articles related to just JEE Mains exam. Let's see how you get the results on Google. Suppose in Google, if I simply type JEE Mains, look at the results here. Now you look at the results in AdBytes. Here, all the information is related to the students' interests. For example, if I just type NEET exam here, look at the content. So here, how to prepare for the NEET exam. Everything is related to only the NEET exam. All the content is NEET and options beyond M.B.K. These articles will definitely help the students. The same way, if I type same NEET in Google, what happens you see? So here, if you look at the content that you are seeing in Google, is not as relevant as you are getting in AdBytes there. So here you require further search. But here in AdBytes, the content is more suitable. Suppose a student is preparing for law, he just type the word law, you'll get all the information related to law. So this is the main advantage for the students. So those who wish to see information related to their career, they can browse all that from this AdBytes. So it is a very, very useful tool for the students who want to take their career to higher level. Thank you.
Worth all the hype?
What should I choose after my 10th? They say PCM has more scope than PCB. Shall I go for it?
I like biology a lot. What if I couldn't make it in NEET after 12th? Could I able to face the pressure?
I want to be an IITian or NITian in future and I need good coaching for it. Where do I take my admission in?
Now that my MCET rank is decent enough, so which colleges should I choose for admissions in Vizag?
Do I really want to do engineering or am I just going with the flow? Well, I've always wanted to prepare for civil exams. So what should I do now?
Is CSE really worth all the hype? What about ACE and GPA? Should I do much research about it or stick to CSE? What if I don't get a job after taking up other branches? Questions like these have been haunting us for the past 2 years now. We never had a clarity as to what to choose or where to go. There always has been a doubt lurking in the corner of our minds.
But after using a platform like EdBroom, we have been able to gain some clarity regarding our decisions and choices. Experienced people in these fields have helped us to be firm with our decisions.
What is EdGroom? EdGroom is an online platform that clarifies all your doubts regarding your career choices and gives you valuable advice. It has an answer for every question of yours. EdGroom is not only confined to science streams but also other streams like arts, commerce, etc. And since it's an online platform, you can have an access to it anytime.
This platform is run by experienced people like Venkatesa, who has been a lecturer for 2 years in intermediate. He has given the right guidance in our intermediate.
Venkatesh sir's way of approaching the students was unique and fair, and he has always been kind enough in clarifying their doubts.
People like Venkatesh sir are many on EdGroom who are willing to help the students. They'll help you to dream big and achieve big. So without any delay, take up your chance and make the right choice.
Answered by hello, this is Venkatesh Pannam, the co-founder of EdGroom. Many students and parents have a question. When there are so many career websites, what is the need for another website? Or in what way EdGroom is different from other websites? EdGroom is a social platform where it provides all the information related to students' careers. Not only that, through a lot of tools, a student can get the personal information. For example, they can post all the doubts in Ed Forum, and those questions will be answered by experts in their fields. They can read articles related to their careers, related to their courses, and lot of different articles can be found in these Ed blogs. And another important tool is the advice, where they can get lot of information related to different career options. So they can browse all the information here, and they can get a lot of information about various careers. And another important one is Ed Alerts, where we provide all the brief information about various exams, and all the notifications will be posted here on a regular basis. This website is different from most of the career websites. That is, this provides complete information, personalized information to the students based on their interests and based on their chosen career options. So this, whatever the information that they get, is completely personalized. This you will find nowhere. So, and one important point is, all these services are completely free. Dear students, please register in this website, and you just fill all the details in the profile, and then you can download the app from Google Play Store to get all the personalized information related to your career. And lot of discussion will happen through webinars. So in those webinars, students can talk to the speakers, they can ask the questions, and they can clarify all the doubts. So definitely, EdGroom is a boon to the students and parents, where you can get answers to all your queries, and definitely this website will help you to take better career decisions. Please register and make use of all the services ahead. Thank you. Good evening, all the students. Guys, can you hear me? Can somebody respond, please? Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, somebody can respond, please. Okay, thank you. Welcome to this wonderful evening. So, Vijay sir is joining in a few minutes. Uh, this webinar is meant for the students who are preparing very seriously for the NEET exam. Maybe some people are preparing a long term, and some students maybe first year, some students maybe second year. Yeah, how many of you have long term? Can you put your hand up? Long term students, anybody from long term? First year? Yeah, Gautami is from long term, right? First year, how many of you are from first year? Acha. So very good. I appreciate you guys. And how many of you are second year students? Second year. Second year students. Okay, very good. So let's understand this website. We started in the month of September, and we started these webinars almost from the first week of October, and so far we conducted very good number of webinars. And how many of you attended the previous webinar, zoology, how to score best marks in zoology? Please put your hands up. How many of you attended the zoology webinar by Murli Krishna sir? Yeah, Raghav, did you attended the last time webinar? Can you unmute yourself and can talk for a minute? Raghav, are you there? Yeah, Gautami. Right. So, Vijay Gar, good evening, sir. Gautami, can you speak for a minute?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, did you? Are you present in the last webinar?
No, sir, I didn't know there was a webinar before.
So, are you from Sri Chaitanya College?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you never heard about that there was a webinar zoology. You didn't know that.
No, sir, I didn't know.
Okay, right. Vijay Garu, welcome, sir. Welcome to the wonderful evening. Thanks for accepting. Let me share very quickly before we go to webinar. And at the end of this session, we have a Q&A with Vijay sir. If you have any questions, please go to our forum, at forum. There you can post your questions. All those questions can be answered after this main session is over. And the good news is today two Vijay sir students are joining at 5:30, and those two students scored 170 out of 180 marks in physics. That's an amazing score. And those two students are also going to interact with you. They also can answer questions. Please post your questions in the Ed forum. So those questions will be asked, and those questions will be answered by the speaker and even by the two girls who scored 170. So just let me take you briefly to this PowerPoint presentation. So Vijay sir, can you see my screen?
Yeah, sir. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. So I welcome all the students, parents, and my dear teachers to this wonderful evening. And I welcome you to this wonderful webinar. Before we go to this actual webinar, let me just tell you, people have a lot of questions. So what these guys are doing exactly. So what is EdGroom? EdGroom is a social platform which provides personalized information to the students, parents to make better decisions. What we provide? we provide career guidance to 8th class to 12th class grade students. Uh, Now, we have developed some tools. We call them as ed tools, and you have seen the just now the videos. Now, who can join ed group? This is an important question. The first, it is meant for the students because nowadays there are so many options, career options are available, but the students are not aware of it and still they follow the regular courses. So we want to give a guidance to the students that there exists n number of courses and n number of careers. So it is mainly meant for the students. And why parents should join at group? Because parents also need to understand what career choices the students are making, and if the parents know that their kid is taking a better decision, they may feel, because sometimes parents are under pressure when somebody says, I want to go for gaming, or somebody want to go to some other career that parents never heard about it. So definitely parents also should be aware of the career options available so that they'll feel happy. And very important, headroom is very good place for the teachers. Why? Because a lot of students depends on the teacher's information. So definitely teachers should be equipped with all the latest information because the student rely on the teacher's advice. So I request all the teachers who are watching this webinar, please join this website and definitely update your knowledge, and definitely you can guide your student to make better choices. And as I said, we have developed these tools. We call them as ed blocks, where we provide all the curated content. Then we have this ed forum where you can post your questions. Experts will answer those questions. Then we have the Z alerts. Every information will be sent related to exams. So this information, these facilities are available for the registered members. And this is the one section where it helps the students a lot. You guys can browse a lot of information related to your careers. Now let's see the ed stats, what exactly we achieved so far. As I said at the beginning itself, we started this website September 5th last month, but we started the webinars only from the first week of October. So far we have 1100 plus registered users, and we crossed this 1000 mark just yesterday only. Thank you, Vijay sir. Your webinar has this distinction of getting 1000 plus users, and now we have more than 32,000 students and parents. All the visitors have seen our website in the last 5 months' time. And every week we are getting more than 1,700 students to our website. Every week we are getting that. And it's a very good information. We have 70,000 plus articles, which are very useful to different careers. So in our website, we have 70,000 plus articles related to various careers, and students can simply browse them. And even we so far we conducted 15 webinars on various careers, and even on a YouTube channel, you can see our YouTube channel. There we got 440 plus students have registered, subscribed to our channel, and we got so far nearly 14,000 plus views for the videos we conducted. And upcoming webinars, this 27th we are not conducting any webinar because students are busy with exams. So in the coming month, first week of March, so we are going to have one webinar based on how to score best marks in botany by another experienced faculty we are going to get. And even we have some webinars for mathematics, how to master calculus. And then some webinars will be based on the board exams, how to write best, get the full marks in physics, chemistry, mathematics. So March is full of exams. So all the webinars will be related to the exam, board exam. So please guys, once you register, you will be updated of every webinar. This is what I believe, and I strongly recommend the students. Don't follow the crowd. Choose a career where you will find happiness and no regret. Because most of I always say that a majority of the students, they follow the follower. So what we do is generally we follow the follower. If our relative, a son or our neighbor is doing some job or some course and he was selected for it, and majority of us will follow that. So I said, never follow the follower, choose the career which you like the most. So to design your career, please join EdGroom now. It is completely free, and you go to Google Play Store. There you get our app. It's only just 2 MB app with that EdGroom. You can download the app. So this is from my side. Uh, Good evening, all, once again for this wonderful evening. Yes, we got a very good crowd. As I said, please, students, post your questions. Go to our website. There you find Ed Forum. Post all your questions there, and those questions only can be answered. At the end of the session, as I said, at 5:30 around, we are getting to visitors, the successful students of Vijay sir, who scored 170 plus marks in NEET exam, and they have joined very good colleges. So, in order to speak to them or in order to interact with them, will be given a chance. Will be given a chance if you pose those questions in the forum. So, without much delay, I just want to invite my best friend Vijay sir. We work almost, I think I met Vijay sir in 2006. Vijay sir, is it correct? We
Yes,
work in
sir.
7, yeah,
Yeah.
in NAD campus. So
Yes, sir.
I was we both went to the NEET camp. I mean, I think we both shared a common section in NAD IT section, if I'm right.
Yes, sir.
So Vijay sir is a very good friend of mine. I just want to introduce, it is my honor to introduce Vijay sir. M.B.K Vijay Kumar started, he completed his MS in Physics from Nagarjuna University in 1993 to 95. After that, he worked in Narayana Junior College, Nellore in 1995, and he worked in one of the prestigious colleges in those times, that is Ratnam Junior College in Nellore. Uh, and again, after that, he came to Sri Chaitanya Vishakhapatnam. I know this very well. And he started working Sri Chaitanya after that. In his career as a teacher of physics, uh, I think you had 26 years of experience, right? Oh,
Yes, sir. Yes,
right,
sir.
sir. In his 26 of experience, he achieved so many best marks, and lot of students, especially I know, Vishakhapatnam Sri Chaitanya has produced very good number of results, and the main reason is you can see the man in the picture. His career best rank, one of his student, Sri Vidya got All India first rank in AIMS, that is in 2014. Everybody must clap for it, right? That is a very good achievement. If you guys like, just put the clap, okay? Because it is a very good achievement for any teacher, and he achieved that in 2014. I request all the students, please clap for Vijay sir, because that is an amazing result. All India aims first rank is not a easy task, and even kudos to the students also who scored that rank. And after that, he produced many good number of students. One of his students, Sandeep, got 180 out of 118 NEET. Sir, what is the year, sir? You didn't mention the year.
I think it is around 2016, sir, I think.
Very good. Again, 180 out of 118 physics, not a small task. That's an amazing feat. And his students scored All India below 10 ranks in AIMS, and below 10 ranks in JIPMER, below 10 ranks in AFMC, below 10 ranks in APMSET, below 10 ranks TSMSET, and first rank in the board exams of Andhra Pradesh and as well as state board. So he has seen all the results in all the board exams. So definitely it is a great honor for us to listen to such a wonderful teacher, and you guys are really lucky. Definitely, sir. With that, I stop my uh, invitation. Let's start the PPT. Sir, I'll just share the PPT for you, sir.
Okay, sir.
Sir, I think you can see the screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, once again, I welcome you all for this wonderful webinar on how to score best marks in physics in NEET exam. Right, sir. Vijay gar,
Sir.
now you can talk.
Okay. So first of all, thank you for inviting me and giving this opportunity. My dear students, good evening all. Here I would like to share my experience and some methods, some techniques to achieve good marks in physics NEET exam. So with all my experience, I have prepared some techniques, some methods, and to get the marks easily in physics. So before going to that, let us see the cutoff marks in AIMS examination 2021 and other best colleges in India. So here we have a tabular form, we have a tabular column. So you can see the cutoff ranks. So if you see AIMS New Delhi, so cutoff mark in AIMS New Delhi is 710. That is for general category. But if OC student, if a general category student wants to join in AIMS New Delhi, so you should get the score 710 above. Okay, and next to AIMS Bhopal 685, AIMS Bhubaneswar, and so reservation categories are also there. Here I am saying about only open category students. So I don't want to spend much more time on this because you have this analysis anyway. You can see this analysis in any website, just for an idea. But just you have an idea. So whereas coming to JIPMER, so JIPMER cutoff rank, and JIPMER we have two campuses actually, Pondicherry and Karaikal. So in Pondicherry campus, cutoff rank for open category is 700. Okay, and Karaikal campus it is 664. Okay, and going to next other best colleges, other best institutes in India. We have so many other best institutes. Maulana Azad College, Vardhaman Mahavir College. These are also very best colleges, very good colleges in India. Suppose if you consider Vardhaman Mahavir College, so it is a very good college equal to AIMS, I think. Okay, so if you see the tabular form, and you can see the analysis there. So Maulana Azad College, cutoff rank is 705. So it is also a huge mark. And Vardhaman Mahavir, 701. And these students prefer to join in Maulana Azad and Vardhaman Mahavir by just leaving other AIMS campuses. Okay, so you can know the importance of that campus. Okay, so other colleges also there, Andhra Medical College 644. That is all India quota. It is not local quota. Okay, all India category, it is 644. In local category, the local quota in 85%, you get the seat up to 610 marks, I think. Okay, so okay, let us go to next page. And you can see all these analysis anyway. Let us see trending analysis of various chapters. If you see, yeah, here we have an analysis that is displayed on the screen. And if you observe the previous 10 years papers, and here I have prepared an analysis on previous papers, and by seeing previous papers with all my experience, here we have prepared an analysis. If you see the units and dimensions, motion in straight line, motion in plane, sir, please move that one. I cannot see 2021.
Yes, sir.
Just minimize. And it appears only up to 2018.
Oh, you cannot see the screen, sir?
Yeah.
I'll share that.
But I can see up to
Maybe because of that.
2019 only here.
No, you cannot see 2021, sir?
Yeah. Okay, here I am seeing only up to 2018. Last three columns
I'll just
not appearing.
see this.
Yeah. Just wait, Amma. Just wait.
Sir, can you see now?
Yeah, it is up to 2019 now.
You cannot see 21, sir?
2021. Not there.
So maybe, sir, I think your window may be overlapping there. Okay. I'll just.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, sir. No problem. No problem.
Okay, sir. Anyway, we
I'll
are going
continue.
to. It will be there. We can see, sir. Actually, we can see it on the screen. Okay, sir. I just. I'll. So in the NEET
Okay, I'll
dimension,
continue.
3 questions were given actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I have idea already.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. I'll
So
go.
I'll change the screen for them.
Yeah. Okay, coming back. See, so we have some analysis on different chapters here. Actually, units and dimensions is very little chapter when compared to other chapters, sir. So please share that one.
Okay, sir. I'll go back.
Yeah. So units and dimensions chapter is actually most of the students take it light, but in recent years they are giving 2 questions, minimum 2 questions from units and dimensions. And in recent years, and system of particles, it is very important chapter. So you get 2 or 3 questions from system of particles and gravitation. So like in second and the 2 in first year, thermodynamics part is also very important. And second year, if you go to second year, electricity. In electricity part, current electricity is most important. Current electricity part is most important. So you have to focus more on current electricity. So they are giving 2 or 3 bits. Some in few years we got 4 questions also from current electricity. Okay, so this is just for your analysis. But by seeing this analysis, we get some idea on which chapters we have to focus more. We have to study more. We have to concentrate more. So that is the purpose of this analysis. Okay. So here I have prepared an analysis on 2021 paper. So if you see the 2021 paper, so out of 50 questions, and in 2021 paper there are 50 questions because we have choice system here. We have to answer 40 questions. 5 choice questions are there. So if you see the paper, analysis of the paper, 10 theory questions are given. 10 theory questions are given. Most of the students are neglecting theory part. Now what I have observed is most of the students are neglecting theory part. So first you have to focus on basic concepts. If you are thorough at the concepts, you can answer the theory questions very easily. So in recent years, not only this 2021, we can say 2020 analysis next and 2019 analysis next. In all these years, minimum 10 theory questions are there. So please come back. So minimum 10 theory questions they are giving in recent years. So this is 2021 analysis. Diagram based questions are 9 questions are there. Diagram based questions means some circuit diagrams based problems are there, some connecting bodies problems are there, some pulley problems are there. So anyway, it is 9 diagram based questions are given in 2021 paper. And coming to next category, graphs. So we got one graphical question. Graph questions are very easy actually. They are purely memory based. Graph questions are purely memory based. How does magnetic induction varies with distance? How does electric field varies with distance? How does gravitational field varies with distance? How does resistivity varies with temperature? Just like memory based questions will be there. And if you go through that questions in NCERT textbook thoroughly, you can take that question directly without spending any time. So graphical questions are very easy. Okay. And next, if you see the next category, calculus based part. Most of the questions and most of the students, what I have observed is most of the students have terrific fear about integration and differentiation parts. But if you see the analysis, calculus based question nil in 2021 paper. I think all of you know the 2021 paper is a tough paper, little bit tough paper. Kada? But if you see the analysis, no calculus based question is given in the 2021 analysis, 2021 paper. Not only 2021, if you see 2020 question paper also, no calculus based question is there. So don't worry about the calculus based, differentiation and integration. No need to worry. Okay, so recent years they are not giving questions on calculus based, but you should know the calculus part, but don't worry about it. Okay, and next matching questions, 2 questions are there. And they have given matching question based on drift velocity, etc. The last year paper. Statement question, 1 question is there, statement question. And pure numerical questions. And without any graphs, without any diagrams, pure numerical questions, pure formula based questions. 22 questions are there. Okay, this is category analysis of 2021. Okay, next let us see level of questions of 2021 question paper. Here you can see easy questions are 23, moderate questions are 14, and difficult questions are 13. Now you can see that diagram here. If you see the diagram, majority part of the diagram is easy. 23 questions are easy. How much percentage it is? It is a huge percent, 48%. So it is easy. So you can answer easy questions. And every student, even an average student, can answer those questions. As paper is very tough, but 23 easy questions are there. And even the paper is very tough, 23 easy questions are there. So everyone can answer those questions. An average student can answer that question. But the problem is when you see the difficult question, most of the students stuck there. Okay, so you have to search the easy questions in each and every paper. So paper is actually very tough. 2021 paper is tough, but at 23 easy questions. The majority portion is easy and moderate questions, 14 questions are there. So here an above average student can answer 37 questions. Actually, you have to answer 45 questions. But an above average student can answer 37 questions in that paper also. Okay, so don't worry about the toughness of paper. A paper never be tough 100%. Okay, so let us see 2020 analysis. Yeah, coming to 2020 analysis, see, once again, you can observe theory questions, 12 questions are there. Actually, 2020 question paper is little bit easy when compared to other questions in recent years. It is a little bit easy. 12 theory questions are there. So you should know the importance of theory part. The majority of students are going with numericals. But you have to focus on theory part also. 12 theory questions are there. 12 into 4, 48 marks. 48 marks theory questions are there. And next diagram based questions, 4 questions are there. Graphs, 1 graph is there, that is also direct memory based graph, calculus based 0. No questions are given on calculus part. So you are very happy. BPC students are very happy about that because they have a lot of fear on differentiation and integration. So matching, no matching questions are given. Statement questions is 1. Pure numericals are 27. 27 pure numericals are there. So once again, I will tell you theory questions. 12 questions are there. Focus on theory questions. Focus on basic concepts. Okay. Next, let us see level of questions. Level of questions in 2020. Yeah. Here we have a diagram. So here most of the diagram is filled with light yellow. Light yellow indicates easy part. Easy part. So majority part of the questions are easy. In 2020 analysis, majority questions are easy. 32 easy questions are there. 32 easy questions are there. 8 moderate questions. And an above average student can answer 40 questions. 40 questions. An average student can answer 32 questions. So here, if you see the diagram, so you will be very happy about the physics. Most of the part, majority part is light yellow, which indicates yellow. Yellow indicates easy questions here. Okay, so don't worry about the physics. Once again, I am telling you, don't worry about the physics. So you can answer, an average student can answer 32 questions. Okay, so let us go to next 2019 paper. Just I will give you 3 years papers only. Next, we go to the some tips, some preparation methods, etc. So let us see 2019 paper. So in 2019 paper, so you can see the analysis. I once again, what I have told, theory is more important. So this paper also tells the same point. See, theory 14 questions are there. 14 theory questions are there. So it is also huge part. It is also a huge part. So focus more on theory part. Because if you know the concepts, you can answer theory questions very easily. No need to spend much time on theory questions. No need to do calculation. No need to worry about the speed. If you read the question and simply put the answer. Simply tick the answer. Okay. So 14 theory questions. So let us read the theory concepts. Okay. And diagram based questions, 5 questions are there. Once again, graph question, only one question is there. That is also direct memory based question. I think it is based on resistivity. Resistivity varies with temperature question, I think. So calculus based question. Yes, there is one calculus based question. Only one question is there. Only one question, that is also simple formula. That is also given on simple formula. And everyone with a basic differentiation formula can solve that question. So don't worry about that question also. Matching nil in this paper. Statements, 2 questions, statement questions are there. Pure numerical questions. Directly formula based questions. 22 questions are there. Okay. So let us see the level of questions here. So if you see the level of questions, so here also 25 easy questions are there. 25 easy questions are there. Okay. So 25 into 4, 100 marks. Out of 180, you can answer 100 marks very easily. 100 marks is not a joke. It is very good mark in physics. Okay. If you get 100 marks in physics, definitely you can achieve MBBS seat. You can achieve the seat in NEET. Okay. So 25 easy questions are there. This is the real analysis that is analysis prepared by me. Okay. 25 easy questions are there. And moderate questions, 11 questions are there. And if average student can answer 25 questions, an above average student can answer that moderate questions also. So 36 questions, 25 plus 11. So 36 questions can be answered by a medium range student. a mediocre student. Okay, so don't worry about the difficult questions. Once again, I am telling, whenever you write the physics exam, either in college and then or in the main NEET examination, don't worry about the difficult questions. Difficult questions are maximum 20%. Maximum 20%, which should not disturb your career, which should not obstruct your growth, which should not obstruct your success. 20%, that is very, very small percentage. So we had to focus on easy questions and moderate questions. That is enough to get the good marks in physics. Okay, next here, next column, challenges in physics. See, we are facing some challenges when we are entering into the physics. The first challenge is with mathematical calculations. Mathematical calculations. Most of the students are struggling with the maths calculations or differentiation part, integration part, etc. Because generally, maths, the students who are weak in mathematics may choose BPC. But not in all cases, 50% of the students. Not in all cases, 50% of the students. The students who are weak in mathematics chose BPC generally. That's why this actually, when we are coming to physics, physics is, we have a lot of calculations and we have some integration methods, we have some calculation methods. Here, I advise you, take it as a challenge. Take it as a challenge. It's not much difficult process to learn these basic mathematics. Here we use very, very basics of mathematics. We are not going in deep. Just we use basic formula in mathematics. Some basic formula in trigonometry. And learn some basic formula in trigonometry. Learn some basic formula in algebra. So learn some basic formula in differentiation, integration, etc. So take it as a challenge and go ahead. Okay, so let us go to next page. Yeah, difficult areas in physics. So we will discuss some other points here. In that column, I will mention difficult areas. So here, I think most of the students feel difficulty in system of particles chapter in first year, thermodynamics chapter in first year, and optics part in second year, and some circuit problems in second year syllabus. These are some difficult areas I will discuss later in the next column. So I will give you some suggestions also. I will give you some tips also. Let us move to next page. Yeah, this is a very, very important column. Everyone should attentively hear this one. Success strategies. So yeah, with all my 26 years of experience, I have prepared a beautiful analysis for you. And here, 80-60 formula. 80-60 formula. You can see first point here, and how to get 140 marks in physics. 140 plus marks in physics. And here I have mentioned 80-60 formula. And I have prepared with a lot of analysis. I have prepared this one with a lot of analysis on previous papers, not simply writing. Okay, so what is 80-60 formula? Here you can score 80% of marks from the preparation of 60% of syllabus. You can score 80% of the marks. I mean, you have to answer 45 questions, no? And 80% of 45 means 36 questions. 36 questions can be answered just with the preparation of 60% of the syllabus. 60% of the syllabus. And you can score 80% of marks with preparation of 60% of the total syllabus. And actually we have 28 chapters. Here we have some points you can see on the screen. We have 28 chapters in both first year and second year. So out of 28 chapters, just prepare 17 chapters thoroughly and you can answer 36 questions in the paper. And you can leave 11 chapters on. You can leave 11 chapters. No need to write, no need to study 28 chapters thoroughly. Just prepare 17 chapters thoroughly. You can leave 11 chapters. Even though you leave 11 chapters, you can score 140 plus marks. But this is not a joke. It is the real analysis. You can, here I will give you that 17 chapters. Here I will give you the list of 17 chapters. If you go through the 17 chapters perfectly, you can answer 80% of the syllabus. That is 80-60 formula. Okay. See, let us see those list of 17 chapters here. Yeah. So here, these are the first year chapters, what I have selected in that 80-60 formula. I have selected units and dimensions. Actually, it is a very small chapter. Most of the students take it light. But so surely I can say you get 2 questions from units and dimensions. Because vernier calipers, screw gauge, like important topics are there. And so I can surely say you get 2 questions from units and measurements. And by seeing the previous paper's analysis and by expecting the future paper, I can say you get 2 questions from units and measurements chapter this year. And next chapter, system of particles, I have selected. Actually, laws of motion is there, work power energy is there. Actually, work power energy is also a very important topic. But by taking the length of the chapter and the weightage of the chapter, I have deleted that topic and I put the system of particles. System of particles also very, very important topic. So you get 2 questions. Actually, it is given 2 on that screen. Sometimes you are getting 3 questions, 4 questions also from system of particles. And in few years, you got 3 questions also. Like gravitation, that is given 2 questions here. But in some years, we got 3 questions from gravitation. Oscillations chapter, 2 questions. Kinetic theory of gases. So most of the students neglect this chapter. But please follow that chapter because you can score 1 bit very easily from that chapter. Okay, so by considering the students' easiness, students' comfort, I am taking these 5 chapters from first year into 80-60 formula. Only 5 chapters. And I focus more on these chapters. And I focus more on these chapters. Going to second year. Going to second year. Yeah, I have selected almost all the topics in second year. Almost all the topics in second year. Because by seeing after observing previous analysis, we are getting more number of questions from second year. Majority of questions, major part of the questions from second year. But they are not giving a first year and second year equally. They are giving second year questions more. And one more point is most of the students, majority of students are little bit they are not confident on first year topics. They are more confident on second year topics because they are recently reading those topics. They are going to board exams also. So they are preparing board exams also. So they have more grip on second year topics, I think. With all my experience, I am saying with all my experience here. So most of the students have more grip on second year topics. So here by saying the analysis and by considering the comfortability of the students here, I have selected secondary chapters more. If you see the potential and capacity, three questions are giving. They are giving 3 questions. And we get 3 questions. Current density 3 questions. And semiconductors. See, last chapter, semiconductors. Semiconductors is actually very easy topic. Very easy topic. Logic gates, very easy topic. Semiconductors remaining topics are also easy. So we get 3 questions from that chapter. So better to focus on secondary topics. Okay, so you get 27 questions from secondary topics. So these are 27 and first year topics.
So 9.
Okay, see, so 9 questions from first year. I am seeing the message, sir. Some students are putting messages that is yeah. So 9 questions from first year and 27 questions from second year. Totally 36 questions from this 80-60 formula. 36 questions you can answer by preparing these 17 chapters only. Suppose if you want to get 180 out of 180, then you must prepare each and every chapter. But then also you have to focus more. You have to concentrate more on these topics. You have to concentrate more on these topics. Okay. So next, you have to note all these chapters and go through it. You prepare. Just you follow this 80-60 formula. This is prepared for 140 marks. At least of the least, you get 120 marks. 120 marks in physics is a very, very good mark. Okay, that is a seat getting mark. Not only seat getting mark, more than that. Okay, going to next column. Yeah. Why do we forget formula? Yeah, most of the students are reading formula number of times, but they forget formula every time. So what are the reasons for that? Lack of concentration. You read the formula without proper concentration. They have to concentrate more on that topic and you have to spend more time. Most of the students are reading the formula hurry-burry. So if you read the formula hurry-burry, they store temporarily in the brain, but you cannot be recollected back. You cannot be recollected those formulae during the exam. Because just you have learned the formula hurry-burry. So that is not advisable. I will give you some tips next. Too much to grasp. And if content is very high, it is very difficult to memorize that formula. Definitely, we forget those formulas. It is difficult to memorize because content will be very high. Suppose 28 chapters are there. Suppose if you have 20 formulae in each chapter, we consider 20 formulae in each chapter. How many formulae you will have? 28 into 20, 560 formulae. 560 formulae is very huge number. It is not a joke to memorize all these. It is not that much easy to memorize all these. That is the reason here. So now I will give you some tips to memorize form in the next phase. Now please try to follow all these methods. So what are the tips to memorize formula? Yeah. See, here I am giving some points. You can read those points on the screen. First, make a list. First, you have to prepare a list of formulae and study which variable is for what. Most of the students just read the formulae. Suppose rate of flow in a capillary tube, 5p r power 4 by 88 IL. Most of the students simply read the formulae. But what I want to say is you have to study which variable, which letter in that formula represents which variable. What is eta? What is where eta is coefficient of viscosity, r is radius. So like this, you have to know each and every term. You have to know each and every variable in that formula. Okay, so first you have to familiar with those terms. Now what is eta, what is r, what is v? So you have to familiar with those terms. Okay, and try to remember the formula and try to remember the formula belongs to which chapter. Suppose suddenly I ask you F is equal to 6 pi eta RV belongs to which formula, which chapter, which topic. So most of the students definitely take some time. Most of the students cannot answer suddenly. I ask what 6 pi eta RV belongs to which topic, which chapter. But most of the students take some time to recollect that one. So that is what I am saying. And you have to try to remember that formula properly. And that 6 pi eta RV formula belongs to fluid dynamics part, mechanical properties of fluids. That is Stokes theorem. That is Stokes theorem to find the viscous drag acting on the body. So you should be, you should have that skill. You have to develop that skill. Okay, so try to remember that formula belongs to which one, which chapter. And the third point here is write the formula number of times. Don't simply mug up the formula. Simply do not mug up that formula. Okay, don't by heart the formula simply. You have to write the formula on paper number of times. At least 1 week. Daily once, at least 1 week. Then every formula will be stored in your mind. When you go to the battle, the basic need of you is having weapons. But when you face the NEET exam, the basic need is having formula. Okay, so without having weapons, you cannot win that battle. Similarly, without having the formula, you cannot solve the questions. You cannot solve the problems. Okay, so follow these methods. And first list out the formula and first know the terms in the formula and try to remember the terms in the formula. And next, just remember the formula belongs to which chapter. And next, write the formula number of times on that. Okay, let us go to next page.
Just a minute, sir.
Yeah. Sure, sir, sure.
Yes.
Yeah, this is also about the formula.
Yes, sir. Second page.
So if you want to, yeah, sir. If you want to memorize the formula, practice problems on those formulas. And if you use a weapon number of times, you get that skill to use that weapon. You get the skill. So use the formula by practice. And here, solve some problems. Go through some problems with that formula. Then you can automatically remember the formula. Okay, and learn to derive the formula. Better to learn derivation of the formula also. Better to learn not only not all the formula, some simple formula. Better to learn deriving the formula. That develops your conceptual knowledge. That develops your thoughts. And you can answer the new questions also if you know the derivation of the formula. So try to derive the formula. Try to derive the formula. Okay. So here one should know what to derive and what to remember. So I mean, some derivations are very lengthy. Some derivations are very lengthy. So we cannot derive that formula during the exam. Okay. So what to remember and what to derive, you should know that. Just know the derivations of simple formula. And if it is a lengthy formula, try to remember that one by writing number of times. Okay. Next, sir. Next.
So go to next one, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here I am giving some mnemonics. Mnemonics means these are some tips to remember some formula, not all. Yes, I will give you 4 or 5 formulae. See, AC circuits is one of the important chapters in electricity. In AC circuits, we have EMF leads current, current leads EMF, like that, no? So whenever you get the inductor, that may be pure inductor or inductor with resistor. So whenever you get the inductor combination in AC circuit, we know that EMF leads the current. So here I have given some sentence. You can see it on the screen. Ellie, the Iceman. So in the Ellie term, L is inductor. In that term Ellie is inductor. Which letter is in front of L? Which letter is in front of L? E. E indicates EMF. E indicates EMF here. I indicates the current. So that means in case of inductor, EMF leads current. EMF ahead, current lagging behind. Okay, that is for L, inductor. And whereas in the term ice, C indicates capacitor. C indicates capacitor here. So in case of capacitor, current is in front of C. So current leads and EMF lags. Current leads and EMF lags. Okay, Ellie the Iceman. Ellie the Iceman. Just that is a simple sentence to remember which one and which quantity leads and which quantity lags. Okay, let us go to another mnemonic. So another mnemonic here is there. So E is equal to VQ. And you know, work done in moving a charge. W is equal to VQ, or energy E is equal to VQ. So here every queen, EVQ, every queen, EVQ is equal to VQ. And there is a second formula here. I is equal to Vena. I is equal to Vena. This is very important formula in current density. This is the relation between electric current and drift velocity. So I is equal to Vena. It is very easy to remember. You can easily remember this one. And this is Vena formula. I Vena. Where V is drift velocity. What is E? Charge of electron. What is N? So where N is not number of electrons. where n is not number of electrons. Then most of the students tell n is number of electrons. That is wrong, no? N is number of charge carriers per unit volume. Per unit volume. Number of electrons per unit volume. Number of charge carriers per unit volume. Number of holes per unit volume. Okay, and go to next one. Mass consumed in a reactor. Nuclear reactor problem. This is also very important formula. And in some problems in nuclear reactor, we use how much amount of uranium consumed to run the reactor for 1 day, 30 days, etc. Here, TAP formula is there. TAP formula. M is equal to TAP by NE. T is time for which reactor is running. A is the mass number here. Mass number of uranium 235, I think. And power of the reactor P. N is Avogadro number. E is energy released per fission. So M is equal to TAP by NE, TAP formula. And just these are some mnemonics. Some mnemonics. Okay. So you can easily remember these formulae with these sequences. Okay, let us go to next page. Yeah, I think most of the students know this shortcut. B.B. Roy, Great Britain, very good wife, good son Nikhil. Carbon resistor. See, you have diagram of carbon resistor on the screen. And if you give any resistor with colored lines, we can write its resistance. We have some methods to write the resistance. So here, some order of colors is there. Black, brown, red. See the sentence. Black, brown, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, gray, and white. So black starts with 0. Violet ends with 9 number. 0 to 9. And GSN, gold, silver, and no color. Gold represents 5% of tolerance. Silver stands for 10% of tolerance. No color, 20%. 5, 10, 20. That is also in order. 5, 10, 20. So you can remember this formula with this sentence. Baby Roy, Great Britain, very good wife, and good son Nikhil. Good son Nikhil. Okay. So you can remember that formula in that way. Okay. Let us go to
yes,
next
sir.
page.
I can add one point here.
Yeah.
Because when we teach this, even the students are confused between these 3 Bs. They'll forget which B. So better is B, black and white. First one is black, last one is white.
Yeah,
And
color gradually.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
So
tell
this
me.
way, black and white is gone. And with GR colors are there. So violet and next one is B is blue one. So there is a confusion. So for the 3 Bs, so when they know the first one is blue, this is violet and blue here.
Yes, sir.
Automatically they can remember brown.
Yes, sir, exactly.
Right, sir.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next one.
Yes, sir, yes. Yeah. Here we have a magic triangle on the screen. This is also very useful while solving the problems. Here, in most of the chapters, in almost all the chapters, we get so many right angle triangles. We get some problems on right angle triangles. In right angle triangles, we are frequently using sine 37, cos 37, tan 37, etc. Okay, so what is sine 37 value? What is cos 37 value? Sine 37, 3 by 5, cos 37, 4 by 5. Okay, most of the students know all these values, but in the examination fear, you cannot recollect sometimes. and you cannot recollect those values, or you can take reverse values sometimes. So here, this triangle will help you a lot. So here, see, there is 53 between 5 and 3. There is 53 between 5 and 3. It is called as magic triangle. Magic triangle. So if it is 3, this is 5, the other side will be 4 automatically. Other side will be 4. So you can take, and if it is 53, other angle will be 37, no? Other angle will be 37 because other one angle is right angle triangle already. Right angle already. So you can take the values very clearly without any confusion. Okay, that is also very helpful. Next. Yeah, this is also very, very important point. What we have to see. Avoid blind problem solving. Most of the students are practicing number of problems and without having proper conceptual clarity. They do practice number of sums, number of problems without a proper conceptual clarity. That is not at all advisable. That is not at all advisable. Here I am giving 2 sentences here. Solving lots of problems without understanding the concepts will confuse the students. Definitely. Without having conceptual knowledge, if you practice a number of problems, that will leads to lot of confusion. And second point also there, solving lots of problems will not give you greater conceptual clarity. So some students think if you practice number of problems, we get more and more conceptual clarity. That is wrong. That is absolutely wrong. That is wrong. So practicing number of problems without having conceptual clarity is blind problem solving. It is definitely blind problem solving. Okay, so here I will give you some suggestions how to approach the problems in the next page. Okay, let us go to next one. Yeah. See, why do some students get less marks in physics? So, yeah, here I am going with preparation methods now. This is also very useful to the students. Yeah, most of the students, more than 50% of the students do not have any method of preparation. You also agree with me. 50% of the students do not have any method of preparation. Some students, 30% of the students have, they start their preparation. They start their preparation with a method and suddenly abandon it. They drop it in the middle. Suppose they are following a method and they get less marks in weekend examination. Immediately they change the method of preparation. That is also wrong. They change methods of preparation very frequently. So that is not advisable. Only 10 to 20% of students will have definite method of preparation. So this is a big drawback to any student. Okay, so first, there is no consistency in the preparation. So what we have to do? I will tell you. Yeah, what to do? See, very first point, very important point. There is no golden method which is suitable for all. And suppose some X is following some method and getting less marks. And by seeing the X, Y also follow the same method. But he may not get good marks. Because method suitable for X, that is according to his capabilities, his strengths, which may not be suitable for Y. So, firstly, that is mentioned. There is no golden method which is suitable for all. Evolve a method of preparation. You have to evolve. a method of preparation, taking your strengths, weaknesses, and skills into account. Now, that is very, very important point. Second point is very, very important point. There is no a single path for the success. There is no a single path for the success. We have various paths, but you can reach the destination in various paths. There is no a definite success formula. We have many success formulas. Okay, so no method, a single method, there is no a single method. You can evolve a method. You evolve a method of preparation by taking your strengths, weaknesses. And you may be weak in physics, and you may be strong in biology, or some students strong in physics, weak in biology. So their method of preparation definitely will be different, no? They'll be different. They have to spend more time on physics, and some students has to spend more time on physics. Some students has to spend more time on biology. Some students easily remember the memory points. Some students easily approach with application methods. So it is not same for all. So what my advice is, evolve a method of preparation first and strictly sticks to it. And your weekend marks should not change that method of preparation. Your weekend marks should not change that method of preparation. Follow, first develop a method, evolve a method. So strictly sticks to it. That is my advice. Okay, so identify your weak areas and first get the clear idea on concepts. First, you have to get the clear idea on concepts. Problematic part also important. But what I have told, blind problem solving will bring you to the confusion state. So first, get the clear idea on the concepts. While reading the formula, you should know the theory behind that formula. While reading the formula, you should know the theory behind that formula. Suppose you are reading the formula, fundamental frequency of a string 1/2L into root T by mu. You should know basic concept behind it. It belongs to string. It belongs to transverse waves in string. It belongs to fundamental mode of string. So you should know that basic idea. Not that don't simply mug up the formula. Okay, so let us go to the next page. Yeah, here I will give you some effective problem solving methods. Yeah. To solve problems effectively, one should thorough. See here a list of concepts. These are actually basic weapons required to attack a problem. So you should sharpen in all these equations of motion. I think everyone know equations of motion, V is equal to plus AT, etc. So equations of motion not only useful in kinematics part, we use those equations in rotatory motion also, in other chapters also, in dynamics part also, in circular motion part also. So equations of motion are very, very important in solving the problems. And equilibrium conditions, law of conservation of energy, law of conservation of momentum, law of conservation of angular momentum, work energy theorem. So read these concepts, read the applications of these concepts thoroughly, don't go to the problems directly. Read these concepts and applications of these concepts thoroughly. Here I am giving work energy theorem, force equations. See, force equations. So we use force equations in dynamics part, friction part, and rotatory motion part, and in electricity part, gravitation part. In almost all the chapters, we use force equations and free body diagrams. Free body diagrams. Very useful concepts these are. So focus on these areas. The most of the students who know the formulae, they don't know about all these concepts actually. They don't have minimum idea on these concepts actually. That is your drawback. Then if you don't know all these concepts, you cannot face the questions. You cannot face the problems confidently. See, the next basics of electromagnetism. Left hand rule and right hand rule. So in electromagnetism part, we use left hand rule, right hand rule thoroughly. And we use frequently use those equations, those rules, no? And we can produce marks just by moving your hands. Just by moving your hands. And here in solving electromagnetic induction problems and moving charges problems, we use these two rules very frequently. Fleming's left hand rule, Fleming's right hand rule. So practice some theory bits, practice some problems on these rules. These are very important. So you should have the basics of electromagnetism, practice ray diagrams and sign convention. So you should have clarity in the sign convention. Why to write the ray diagrams? Should have the clarity in sign convention. So most of the students will confuse in taking sign convention for lenses and mirrors. Please go through the ray diagrams, go through the solved examples and practice ray diagrams and sign conventions. And the last point, this is very important point, correlation between gravitation and electrostatics. So we have similar formulae. In gravitation and electrostatics. Okay, so you have to suppose if you see electric intensity varies with distance for non-conducting sphere in electricity. That is similar to hollow spherical shell. That is similar to solid sphere in gravitation. Non-conducting sphere in electrostatics is similar to solid sphere in gravitation. So, similarly, conducting sphere in electricity is similar to hollow spherical shell in gravitation. So we can compare these formulae, and these formulae are very similar. These graphs also very similar, and that too graphs on electric intensity, electric potential, graphs on gravitational intensity, gravitational potential are very important. Very important. Okay, so please correlate, please link up gravitation and electrostatics chapters. Okay, so let us go to next page. Yeah. So previously I told you blind problem solving is not advisable. So here I am giving you the proper order.
Vijay sir.
How to crack. Sir.
Vijay.
Yeah, sir. This one.
Just a few minutes, sir. I got a message from Tanisha. It seems he has an emergency work. Okay. So
sir,
before we continue the next slides, let's bring her Tanisha. Let her share her feedback. Then we can continue.
That is better, sir. That is better.
Okay. Tanisha.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you please put on a camera so that the students can
yes,
hear
sir.
it better.
Hello.
Hi, Tanisha. How are you?
Hi, sir. I'm good.
Nice to
Thank
see
you
you.
all. Thank you, sir. Thank you all for having me in this. Um, yeah. So I am Tanisha. I'm a student in Ames Bhubaneswar. I'm in second year right now. I wrote NEET 2020 and I scored 170 in physics. If you ask me about preparation, I would say that one, go through Sir's notes really well because he includes a lot of like very important problems, like those concepts. Now, like he'll give you some problems which are very conceptual. So if you saw like there might be some trap in that question, and if you don't notice that trap, then you lose 5 marks. They're simple questions, but you need to understand that concept. And sir, he gives all these like important questions in his notes. Similarly, he like those questions. Then he gives some materials. Go through those. Then I relied on my college for material, and I would say numericals are important, but theory questions are also important. Like in our paper, we got about 12 theory questions. They were important. So go through those theories. You need not read the entire like NCERT ka book. You just need to like read those important things. So sir, he will highlight those points in his classes, in his notes. Even he'll tell you ki NCERT mein this chapter is important, like semiconductors and all. That's very theory to go through those. Other than that, when it comes to like how to prepare, I wasn't very strong in physics in the beginning. So what I would do is to get 170, I worked every day and I would solve some problems every day. Because if you keep solving many problems, after some time when you see the question, you know ki, okay, this question requires this kind of problem. Nahi to what happens ki like, because NEET requires speed. Okay, NEET has simple physics questions, but it requires speed. If you give the same paper for 4 hours, everybody can crack it. So us time mein you have to like crack so many questions. You need to get key. Okay, this question requires this, and that speed will come by practicing a lot of questions. So practice questions every day. Go through Sir's notes and read the college material very well. Other than that, you also need to, as Sir said, it also depends on how your mindset is while solving the paper. Like you might have prepared very well, but if you panic during the papers, then you know all your hard work will go into vain, right? I remember there were times when like there were some chapters like electricity, magnetism, and all. I was very poor in it, and I remember continuously for few exams I didn't score good marks. And I talked to VK sir, and he was telling me, "Ki, you know some concepts and you know the answer but you're not getting it in the exam. That's because you're scared during the exam. You think you're not able to do it. So when you sit in the
Yeah, Tanisha, you're muted.
I
You're
can do
muted.
it. Like I know, yes, I know. Like I have learned a certain amount, and I will solve that. Like the rest, okay, it's okay if you lose it, but like what I know, I should not lose that, right? And so I used to say that every time, and that really boosted my confidence. So that's one thing that's very important. When you're sitting in the exam, just be totally cool. Just focus on the paper, write what you know, and preparation. Be regular. That's my thing. You don't need to solve very high funda questions. It's fine. You're not writing JE advanced. NEET has basic questions, but the thing is, you need to solve a lot of them so that you get that speed. And personally, like as Sir said, every person has like their own ways of preparation. Personally, I did biochemistry, physics, and then when I come to revise, I would like I would time my paper in such a way that I have more time for physics. So like that's up to you. Like some people like doing physics in the beginning because their mind is fresh. That's totally up to you. Other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it. And one more thing, when it comes to the exam, the final NEET exam, right? Because you know, like there's this chance that you might have prepared very well and all, but if you get panic during the final exam, your preparation might go into waste. For example, in my case, when I started writing NEET, right? After NEET got over, I remember sitting in the car and telling my mom, "Ma, like I suddenly got this thought in my head, yeah, I'm writing the NEET. Like not grant test, not weekend, not monthly, the NEET. Okay. But I was like surprisingly calm. Like I was worried that during the exam I might panic and I might not get answers. But I was really calm. In fact, like I think I've been more panicked during some grand test than I was in the final NEET. Like I was really chill. And I just like I was just writing, and I remember when I NEET where you'll have different question sets, right? It'll be like same questions will be there, but the questions will be jumbled. So in my set, when I took the paper, like the first question that I had, I wasn't very sure of it. So I was like, okay, let's skip it. Let's go to the next one. Other one also, I was like debating between two questions. So like my mind was a bit preoccupied, and I was just like waiting. Like then the third and fourth questions were getting affected. I was not getting it immediately. So I had two choices. Either I could panic and then I'll just keep working on these questions and then finally get it, but waste a lot of time. Or I could keep calm. I'll just listen to what Sir said. Don't panic about marks. Don't care about the result. Just do what you know. I remember I just simply skipped that paper. I went to the back of the physics paper. I started solving the questions from the back, and I was like, I saw the question. I'm like, I know this. I'll do it. And I just started solving it. And in one like round, I just did everything. I came back to the ones which I left. They were simple questions. It just didn't strike my mind because I was panicked at that time. And like yeah, that's the main thing. So you just need to have confidence in yourself, be regular, go through Sir's notes. Sir's notes are very important, especially towards the ending. Mainly like I wasn't reading other, like you won't have time to read all these theoretical things again and again. It's mainly solving questions and like reading all these concepts from Sir's notes. And like towards the ending, before the exam and all, I just went through those models that Sir gave in his notes because they are like important models and they come in your exams. And it's like these are very simple questions to be honest. But the thing is, there might be some trap and you'll fall into that trap and lose those 5 precious marks. And every point is important when it comes to NEET. So yeah, that's all I want to say.
Yeah, Tanisha, thanks for joining. I have few questions for you,
Thank
right?
you.
When you joined Chaitanya for the first time, so I
Mhm.
think maybe you're not confident in physics, right? So how Vijay sir helped you to score 170 marks in exam?
Uh, Sir had been very good to me since the start. I remember in the very beginning of first few classes, I remember like he picked out that I'm a bit slow in maths and I'm facing difficulties. I remember from first year until the last day, like the day before NEET, I remember him like texting me and I think he told me how to solve the paper and all. Like he personally gives that time. Like many people like they'll teach really well, right? But Sir is a person who will teach well and give you that. He has that thing. He'll give every student that personal attention and he'll see, okay, like this student, like this area is lagging. This student, where this area is lagging. Like he has that observation and he like pick it out. And I remember there'll be times when like sometimes I used to score very poor marks. And like the thing about scoring bad marks is it's not just you don't know the concept. It's also like after the exam now, psychologically you'll feel that you're bad at physics, you won't be able to do physics. Like you just have that thing. You like ye mujhse nahi hoga. So in those moments when Sir used to come, he used to sit next to me. He used to talk to me for about 45 minutes something. And he used to like really inspire me. Like those speeches used to motivate me so much. And I used to feel okay, it's just one exam, but like I have more chances and like I can do it. Like he helped me a lot.
That's you are really fortunate to have such a wonderful teacher.
Yes, I am. I am.
And I have one more question. See, how did you see there are so many students? Past I teach physics and for NEET students. I have seen students they're always panic when they come to physics, right? So, what
Yeah.
suggestions you give to such students, those who
Okay.
fear physics?
I was one of those students. I was very
Okay.
scared of physics. So I would say that right now, to be honest, I miss physics because when you come to MBBS, it's all like you have to memorize. Now, sometimes I feel ki, yaar, I wish I could just understand a concept and just solve questions like that. Like at that time, yeah, that's one thing. To be honest, in the beginning, things might be scary, but as you like, it's like when you understand the concept, right? When you understand that, okay, like here is where I went wrong. Okay, this is where I had to done something different. When you understand those lagging areas, and then when you solve questions now, in the beginning it is scary, but I remember towards the end of my journey, towards the end of my year, I remember I used to actually like physics because it is like a challenge. Ki, like yes, like today I was able to solve like like these many questions out of this in like this in this time. Like in 1 hour, I solved these many questions and these many were right. I scored it now. It becomes like a challenge, it becomes like a thing. Yeah, like this time I scored 140. Next time I need to score 150. Like and you see like yeah, like I can do it, right? You get that. Like the thing with biology is that it's like memory now. So if you don't remember, you don't remember. But when it comes to physics, it's like you feel like shit, like it's just I know it. I didn't think over there. And you think, okay, like next time if that comes, I will remember that concept and I will use it in such problems. So the more papers you solve, the more things, like the more lagging areas you pick up, and then slowly this fear will turn into like it will turn into a motivation. It will turn into a challenge. Like you start having fun solving these questions, and every time earlier when you get a wrong answer, you get scared. You feel sad. Now it becomes like a passion. You're like, okay, like next time that's not gonna happen. So yeah.
So that's a wonderful acknowledgement to your teacher, because you said you were had a lot of fear for physics. Then you scored 170 out of 180. That's a marvelous thing. Definitely, it's all the credit goes to the even teacher, right? Who
Yes.
molded you so well, who gave you a lot of confidence. And one more
Yes.
question, Tanisha. Did you prepare only the Vijay sir notes or anything else?
I prepared source notes. I prepared my college ka material,
Okay.
and that's pretty much it. Like I remember, sir, like he would give us many like some like booklets and all. So he used to give us question ka booklets during our revision ka times. He would prepare about 50, 60 questions and all. He would give it to us with the solutions. So yeah, and then our question papers, right? They have very good models. So in the beginning, you just solve your college core material, but then towards the ending, like when you have grant tests and all, you have to solve all those important models. So I would solve previous year questions, like NEET ka questions, previous college material ka questions, and then like all these booklets that sir used to give me.
One last question, what is the advices you give to these budding doctors?
I
Those
would
are under
say
lot of
that
pressure, lot of fear of physics, and lot of things.
yes,
What are the
I would
advices you
say
give to them?
okay. So right now, like I went through these 11th and 12th per years, and I know the pressure that everybody is in right now. But trust me, once this NEET will be over, like, if you need to give your all, you need to give your all. You need to sacrifice a lot of things. Tell me many times when you see WhatsApp statuses of your friends who are in different schools, who will be enjoying and stuff, and that day you'll be sitting with your books, you'll be studying because tomorrow you have an exam, and you'll think, "Yaar, why am I working so hard?" But once your NEET gets over, once you get I got 686 marks. Once you get those marks, once you get a rank, okay, and once you get a good college, like I got Ames Monisho, you don't know the number of people who applaud on that. And the thing is, I did it now, and people who were with me, like my friends, I've seen my friends do the same thing. So for me, it was a normal thing. But like I was just like, it's like I was just yeah, it's okay, like it's not very big. But all the people who were not with me during my journey, other people, my relatives and all, when I told them my marks, when I told them my rank, like the amount of appreciation they used to give me, that was really good. And then after that, when we got into a college, it is so worth it. Like I feel those 2 years I worked so hard, and it is really worth it. You come to college, college is it's this whole universe of experiences. Right now, yesterday I was a part of TEDx Ames Bhubaneswar. We did that. We wrapped it up. We had a cultural fest in the evening, and now I have to go to organize a sports meet. And with that, we'll have our semester exams. We'll score good marks in that also. We'll study for that. There's so much to do. It's like in our inter we only study, right? But here it's like we need to excel in everything, and it's such a different universe. So like I'm so glad I worked so hard in those 2 years, because right now my life is really good.
Yeah, it is visible in your face, right? I can see you how much, I mean, things you're enjoying there. Definitely, sir. Vijay sir, do you have anything to ask Tanisha?
So, no, sir. Hi, Tanisha.
Hi, sir.
Hi. Thank you for reminding me past memories. You're a wonderful student, very hard worker. Tanisha is actually a very hard worker. She is very sincere every day. Throughout 2 years, I have observed. So nice, Tanisha. Have a good future. Should get the seat, post-graduation seat. In
Yes.
very good college, Ames. Again in Ames, Delhi. I'm expecting seat. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Thanks,
Thank
girl,
you.
for inspiring
Okay,
so
sir.
many young minds, and I can see your energy. That is the, I mean, results of the success are the hard work, right? So
Yes, sir.
definitely, as you said, it is worth working, right? Because
Yes.
a lot of BPC students, they feel that they're missing so much in life when they're in intermediate, right? As you said, they
Hmm.
see the status of other fellow friends, okay, and they think that why they have chosen this BPC, okay. But you said it's worth doing the hard work, okay. So,
Hmm.
Tanisha, thanks once again for joining even your busy schedule. And we would like to have you again on this webinar once, right? When you are free.
Yes, sir, sure.
Thank you
Okay,
so
sir.
much, girl. Thanks for
Thank
joining.
you so much, sir.
Thank
It
you
was
so
an
much.
honor
Thank you
to
so much.
speak like this. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you so much. We
Thank
are
you,
pleasure.
Tanisha. Thank you.
Yeah, Varshini, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, what's your turn, Varshini? So now you are. I think this year you got 170, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this year.
Yeah, congratulations, Varshini. That's a wonderful achievement, and definitely you deserve a better seat, right? So, did you get a seat? Did you get a seat in Ames, right?
At Ames Bhubaneswar.
Ames
Acha, you
Bhubaneswar.
are also in the Bhubaneswar only.
Yes.
So very soon you are going to meet Tanisha then, okay? So definitely tell me, I mean, Varshini, what are the steps that you have taken? How was your mindset when you entered into Chaitanya BPC, and how Vijay sir helped you to achieve 170 out of 180?
First of all, I would like to thank VK sir for guiding me. Like, even if I'm low, he used to guide me in a very nice way. He used to motivate me. So I would like to thank VK sir very much. And coming to my preparation, theory concepts are very important for NEET, mainly physics also. Topics like for electrostatic potential, semiconductors. Like for these chapters, NCRT helped me, and Vika sir also used to highlight some points so that we might not miss those points. And he used to give assignments every day so that we could revise the formulas. And he also used to give questions on theory part also, so that at a time I used to revise both the formula based and also theory part. So thank you, sir, for giving those assignments even at late night.
But actually, most of the people they don't feel happy whenever the teacher give an assignment, right? But you feel happy about it, okay?
Yeah, but sir used to give it in a very, like, he used to give very innovative questions, so it is very fun to do those assignments. And coming to formulas, he used to explain every formula in a very detailed way. He used to derive every formula. So I used to derive both formula and also the final formula. I used to remember the final formula and also the derivation. So there's no role in NEET that only the question comes only from the final formula. So it's better to remember both the derivation and the final formula. So, and because sir explains everything in a very detailed way. I used to note every point what VK sir says, so that that notes helped me in a great way. So thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Welcome, Varshini. You have done a lot of hard work. That also accounts.
Yes.
And Varshini, what is the advices you give to the students who are preparing this year, maybe in the second year? Maybe there are really tense to how the paper is going to be, because last year 2021 you're all shocked, right? Look at the physics paper, and
Yeah.
it was a buzz everywhere in India that in NEET exam physics was very difficult this year, right? So maybe these guys may be expecting the same type of paper. Okay, what experience you had in the exam, and how what advices you give to these students who are preparing this year?
Like, right 1 hour before the exam, I talked to VK sir. He told me don't panic in the exam whether it is easy or tough. like we can't say the paper whether it is easy. So he motivated me very nice. So he told me, even if you don't get a question, you leave that question and go to another and come back again to that question, so that you can get a new idea on that previous question. So like that, before 1 hour I talked to him. That really helped me in a very great way. So don't ever think that question paper will be easy or tough. Only think about the question. Only on that point you have to think about the question, not on marks or anything else.
So, what is the advice you give to the students who are preparing right now? What are the methods they should follow? How many hours they should read, and what are the how they have to prepare the revision notes? All that. Can you give some tips to them?
Yeah, like I used to prepare VK sir notes very thoroughly. So that helped me really very for the final exam. That helped me very nice for me. And coming to my preparation, that's it. Only VK sir notes is important for me in even anything.
Okay, so you suggest strongly that just follow the teacher blindly.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the best compliment, Vijay sir, you got. Definitely, any teacher, and I think Vijay sir has so many students who can take care of his health all the time. And luckily, because when you are in NEET campus, there are so many doctors who can think about your health all the time. And definitely, sir, I can see these girls' happiness and lot of, appreciation you should give to the Vijay sir, because he deserve it, right? Because these teachers who are working in campus, they sacrifice their personal life. Because most of the time they will see in the campus, you said they used to give late night assignment. It's not easy to prepare assignments every day, right? And a lot of efforts are required. And even if you want to give an innovative paper, and even the teachers are also anxiously waiting for the results of the students, right? You may be worried about your results, but he's worried about so many results, right? So the teachers are also under a lot of pressure. Thank you, Varshini, for joining, and definitely your words will inspire. One last advice to the students who are preparing. What is the your advice to the students who are in the
Don't ever think about the final marks. Just go with the preparation.
So that's it.
That's it.
Vijay sir, you want to ask anything, Varshini?
Hi Vashni, how are you?
Hi, sir.
Hi.
మీరు అటెండ్ అవ్వలేదు సార్ ఈరోజు పార్టీ.
అవును మరి I'm busy with this program. No, we will meet later.
See, that's a commitment to Vijay sir, right? That is a commitment to Vijay.
Thank you, thank you.
I am sorry for it, Varshini. You should my apologies for it, because he was stuck with this webinar, and that's why you couldn't attend your program. Let's celebrate next year, and we want you on this webinar now and then. Yeah, Vijay sir, go ahead.
Thank you, Vashni. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, I have a few questions, yes, sir. Because we have two girls just now, they spoke about you very well. And in your observation, sir, what are the important attributes a student should have to? Because every year, lot of thousands of students join, right? In your 26 years experience, which type of students are excel in the exam, sir?
So we cannot say this student will be excellent at the beginning.
Okay.
Every student will have equal chances actually.
Okay.
Initially, one student may be very dull. He will be a ranker after 2 years.
Okay.
And initially, some students are very intelligent, but if they are failed to do the hard work, so they may not get the seat even.
Okay.
So depending on the students' work, students' performance in these 2 years only.
Yes.
So that is irrespective of basic background history of the student.
Okay.
Say, and he may be coming from techno school, he may be coming from ordinary government school, but his performance decides his rank finally. Yes. Definitely. Yeah.
Right, sir. We'll take some more questions, sir. We have left with some PowerPoint. We'll continue that, and we'll be back with the question answer, sir.
Yeah.
We'll very quickly go to that. So it's
Vashni
a wonderful
can leave.
feedback.
I think Vashni can leave, sir.
No, Varshini can leave, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
And definitely, these students who are watching the webinar are very fortunate to listen to these success stories, and definitely these inspire us. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Let's go to this how to crack numericals.
Yeah. So previously I told you blind problem solving is not advisable. So now let us see how to approach the numericals, how to crack the numericals. So you should strictly follow these steps. First, you have to understand the concepts thoroughly. Understand the concepts thoroughly. And you should understand each and every concept thoroughly. Read the applications on the concepts. And every concept has some application. Suppose if you learned force F is equal to MA formula, that is very simple formula actually. But we have so many applications on that formula. Bullets fired from gun, or water hits the wall. So many applications are there. So first, read the applications on the concept. Whatever the concept is there, we have so many applications. So go through the applications on the concept, and then practice some solved examples. So solved examples, example problems. When you go through the solved examples, you get the clear idea on the concepts and misconcepts. You get the clear idea on the concepts and misconcepts when you go through the solved examples. Okay, so practice from exercise problems then. And first go through the solved examples and then go through the exercise problems. Okay, so then that is a proper order of preparation. So after completion of exercise problems, you have to take a test. Practice a test on the problems that you have practiced, on the concept that you have learned. Okay, these are the proper steps to crack the numericals. Of course, every student directly go to the exercise problems and practice problems. That will lead to a big confusion. That is of no use actually. That is of no use. After 2 months or 3 months, you completely forget those problems. Okay. So, sir. So follow these steps. Everyone should follow these steps, Amma. So understand the concepts, read the applications, practice some solid examples, practice exercise problems, and then take a test. Okay, this is a proper order to get the numericals easily. So next page. And how to write the exam. These are the points here. While writing the exam, keep your mind fresh without any expectations. That is very, very important. Every student is going to exam with some expectation. This time I have to get 600 marks. This time I have to get 650 marks, like that. That is, and you should avoid that expectation. So once you are going to exam with expectation, there is a lot of pressure. There is a lot of pressure on you. So that will stop you from free to think. But you cannot think freely. You cannot face the question freely. You cannot read the question freely. Okay, so first avoid expectations, but keep your mind fresh without any expectation. Okay, definitely you should have some expectation during the preparation. During the preparation, you should have some tension during the preparation, but should not have any tension or expectation during the exam. So everyone should know this point. Okay, so first you have to face the exam without any expectation. Okay, and next point, read the question completely. And some students read half of the question and they go to solve the question. But that may be known question to them. But there may be slight changes in the question. The paper setter may change the question in the last sentence or even a single value. So read the question carefully, completely. Okay, so after reading the question, you have to think which formula is suitable to the given problem. Okay, so while answering theory questions, so if it is an unknown question, use elimination method. Use elimination method to answer unknown questions. Try to answer unknown questions also. Use elimination method and try to find most appropriate method, most appropriate answer. Okay, if it is completely unknown, better to leave it because you get negative marks. Okay, so first try to go with elimination method. So after eliminating some options, you may get the answer. You may get the idea to solve the question. Okay, next answer the question based on your knowledge, concepts, but not on the guess. Don't guess the questions. Don't go with the luck factor. And if you know the question, if you know the concept, just apply that concept. So you should not go with the luck factor because negative marking is there in the NEET exam. And if you answer that unknown question and lose one negative mark, that may affect your rank a lot. Even 1 mark change your rank a lot. Okay, so going to next phase. Here, while answering the questions, yes, use your concepts. Do not go your intuition. Some students think generally without any reason, without having any reason, and put the answer. So that is by your intuition, not by your concepts. So you have to answer the question by your concepts only. Use your concepts, not by your own intuition. Okay, your thoughts should have some proper reasoning. Okay, so next, don't try to recheck whatever answer you have given. This will leads to more confused state. This is very, very important point while writing the NEET exam. So many students go to the second round and recheck the answer. They have some doubt. But once you answer the question, leave it. Don't go to recheck the answer. So if you go to recheck the answer, that will put you in the more confused state. So objective pattern, rechecking is not advisable. You have to go to the second round for unknown questions, for difficult questions, but not for already answered questions. Note this point. But you can take the second round. That is for unattempted questions. That is for difficult questions. But not already answered questions. If you answer the question already, leave it. Don't recheck it. If you recheck the questions, every question looks with a different answer. Okay, so that will lead to a confused state. So don't recheck the answer. Okay, so and one more point is there, avoid wasting time. So don't waste the time on unknown questions and by trying 10 minutes or 15 minutes, you lose valuable time. So avoid wasting time. And a very, very, very important point, have a confidence, have control, have patience while writing the exam. And you should face each and every question with confidence. with a lot of confidence and have control on you. While facing difficult questions, you may be disturbed. So have control. Be cool. Have control on you. Have patience on you. Okay. So have patience, because some questions will be very lengthy. Some calculations will be very lengthy. So after doing all that calculation, you may lose your patience. That affects your rank, that affects your career. So you should remind that point. Or you should keep it on that mind. Okay, so have confidence, have control, and have patience while writing the exam. Okay, so going to the next point. Yeah, what is the when to answer physics in the exam? When to answer physics in the exam? And what is the proper order that we have to follow? What is the proper order that we have to follow while writing the exam? So first priority, here I have given two priorities. First priority, biology. Next, chemistry. Last, physics. So I never advise do the physics first. And even though I am a physics faculty, I never advise physics first, because if you practice physics first, you have to spend a lot of energy. You have to spend a lot of efforts. But after spending the lot of efforts, even the memory questions in biology may not be recollected. That may not be recollected. Okay, so first, better to go with biology. Next, chemistry, and last, physics. And second priority also I have given here. Some students get some fear while writing the exam, while writing the physics, while practicing the physics in the last step of the exam. They get some fear to write the exam, to write the physics in the last. So for those students, there is second priority. First, write biology. Next, go with physics. Last, chemistry. That is also no problem. First priority is biology, chemistry, and physics. Second priority is biology, physics, and chemistry. One thing you should keep it in mind, that is, don't get fear. Don't get fear in the exam. Here, I would like to say one quotation here. Fear alerts you, but phobia kills you. Fear alerts you, but phobia kills you. Phobia means unnecessary fears. And if you have fear, you will be more careful during the preparation. Okay, so if you have unnecessary fears, I mean phobia kills your knowledge, kills your memory. Okay, so don't get phobia towards physics. So if you follow these tips, these methods of preparation, and follow 80-60 formula, you get the seat in a NEET very easy. Okay, you can achieve a seat, you can achieve very good rank. Minimum 140 marks you can score just by following 80-60 formula. Okay, so that is my advice. So wish you all the best. Here you can see Tanisha and Varshini photos. So I wish everyone to score 180 out of 180 in physics. So concentrate on those chapters that I have given. So, and if you want to score 180 out of 180, you have to read each and every chapter, and you should thorough with NCERT questions and NCERT exemplar questions also. And if you want to score 180 out of 180. Okay, so that is okay, Ma. I wish you all the best. Okay. Sir.
We go to question and answer. We got some questions. We just spent so much time today with us.
Yes, sir. Nearly 2 hours.
So that's a wonderful thing, sir. I really appreciate your efforts. Yeah, student, before I just go to Vijay sir, Q&A, get ready with your questions. I just want to show you how EdGroom will help in a preparation. And definitely, as you all know that we are conducting so many good webinars, and see, before students have no idea to listen to Vijay sir. These success students have told you how Vijay sir helped them. Now you guys have a lucky, and you may be studying in various campuses or in various colleges, but now you got a chance to listen to the experts. Now see, we have this website developed exclusive for the students who are preparing for the competitive exam. So here we have one section called Ed News, where a lot of content is developed to you. And for example, if you are preparing for, since you are preparing for NEET exams, just keep the word NEET. You see a lot of articles related to NEET exam. And if I do the same search, if I go to Google, generally we just think about Google. Definitely see, if I keep this word in Google, you see the results, how you're going to see the search results. So if you look at the two searches that you done just now, in EdGroom, all the articles are very, very relevant to the student preparation. But here, if you look at the Google, this is how we are searching, right? So we have used this artificial intelligence and machine learning to help you guys take a better decision. Sir, I just want to have a quick feedback on this, sir. How useful this search engine for the students, sir? Please, your feedback on this.
Sir, this is very helpful to student. And suppose if you type NEET in the Google search,
Yeah.
so you get more unrelated
Yes.
topics.
Yes.
So here the data is readily available.
Yes.
So it is very useful, sir. In my opinion, it is very useful to students.
Yes,
So
if
it
you look
is,
at the top medical colleges, so
yeah.
this you will not get immediate on Google search. So there's a lot of search they required. So make
In most of the
this-
cases, in most of the cases, we are wasting a lot of time in Google search. After searching half an hour also, you never find a desired required matter sometimes, no?
Yes.
But this is very useful, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I think to the students who might have understood. Now let's go to the Q&A session with Vijay sir. Sir, I have two questions already they posted on the group. One, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, are you there? Sri Krishna Chaitanya, are you there? Okay. I'll ask the question, sir. He is asking how to score best marks in NEET Physics. The question is very simple.
Yeah.
So what
First
are
they have to
quick tips,
focus. Sir?
what are the quick tips you give to them?
Yeah. So first they have to thorough in concepts, sir.
Okay.
First they have to go through the concepts. So without having conceptual knowledge, the problem solving is definitely blind problem solving. So they have to thorough in concepts and they have to go through NCRT. And if they want to score best marks 150 above in physics, they have to read NCRT concepts also, and they have to go through NCRT exemplar questions also. So there are very good theory questions, conceptual questions in NCRT exemplar. So if they want to score 180 out of 180 or 170 around, so definitely they have to go through NCRT exemplar questions. And my advice is first they have to practice problems from one book, which may be any publication.
Yes.
So practice problems from one book and do the problems repeatedly. And instead of more number of books, more number of revisions is advisable.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
More number of revisions is advisable.
Yes. Yes, sir. That's a good suggestion. And we have, sir, Shishira Sai. Are you there, Shishira Sai? She's asking, sir, how to think differently according to the question.
Okay. Definitely, after reading concepts thoroughly, you can think it differently. You need more practice. I have to go through concepts and practicing number of problems. Then you get that ability to face the new questions, and you can write the new questions also if you get the conceptual ability. So my advice is go through the textbook content first. So go through the concepts, practice some solved examples. So first you have to increase the conceptual depth. Then you can write the questions by your own. Okay.
Anyone would like to ask Vijay sir questions? Anyone? Please raise your hand. I'll give a chance. And you also can interact with Vijay sir. Anyone who want to talk to Vijay sir? Yeah, Pavan Krishna, can you unmute yourself and ask the question? Pavan Krishna, unmute yourself.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, Pavan
Good evening,
Krishna, you are
Amma.
from which campus or which college?
Sir, I am from Sri Chaitanya Sripada campus.
Okay, right. Go ahead, Pavan. What is your question?
Sir, ఇప్పుడు ట్రాక్ షీట్ లో నియర్లీ వన్ టైం కి 4 లెసన్స్ ఇస్తున్నారు సార్. 4 లెసన్స్ లో ఏ కాన్సెప్ట్ ని క్లారిఫై చేయలేకపోతున్నాం. ఏం చేయాలి సార్? ఒక టాపిక్ ని క్లియర్ గా చేసుకోవాలి, లేదంటే అన్ని చదవాలా?
Yeah. Suppose you have 4 chapters. There's so many students are facing this problem during a revision program. Yeah, where 4 chapters are there. You have to prepare these 4 chapters in, I think, 5 days or 6 days. Huh?
Yes, sir.
So it is very difficult to cover 4 chapters perfectly. So what my advice is, better to read 2 chapters perfectly and read the formula of remaining 2 chapters. You can cover those 2 remaining chapters in the next revision. That is better, no? So, and after, if you cover 2 chapters perfectly, you can solve the bits and you can face the bits with confidence during the exam. But covering 4 chapters in 5 days is impossible. That is impossible.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a good subject.
And if you have already some knowledge, and if you have already say 70% of preparation done in the first phase, you can revise that remaining 30%. But majority part of students, most of the students could not cover those 4 chapters in 5 days. Okay, so better to read half of the syllabus at least perfectly. That is my advice.
That's a good idea, sir. That's a good suggestion indeed. Yeah,
Thank you,
anybody? I'm going to give another 2 chances. Very quick. Anyone want to talk to Vijay sir? Please raise your hand. Anyone want to talk to Vijay sir? Yeah, this is a golden opportunity. You can talk to sir. Is there anyone who want to take a chance to ask a question? So yeah, Raghav, please unmute yourself and raise your question.
Sir, how to avoid procrastination, sir?
How to avoid procrastination, sir? బద్ధకాన్ని ఎలా వదిలించుకోవాలి?
First, develop strong desire on your aim. So if you have strong desire on your aim, you can avoid that procrastination. Okay. So, and you are not that much serious on your desire, I think. So please try to avoid that one. So focus on the target. You have to spend number of hours on physics needs practice. If you need more number of problems after studying concepts, you will be perfect. Okay. So develop strong desire on your career. Okay.
That's a wonderful, sir. Yeah, Raghav, that is one important thing. When you have a desire, you work for it, and that makes you alert all the time. So
Yeah.
what we suggest is, if you want to avoid procrastination, have a goal and see the girl. Just now we have seen Anisha. You can see the face, right? And that's what he said. The 2 years is very tough because other people are enjoying, and some people are going to beach in the evening Sunday, but you have exam on Monday. You have to prepare. That's a really tough challenge for these age group students. But definitely the success that you get, okay, after your 2 years of NEET exam preparation so intensely, and definitely you will forget everything. Yeah, one last question. Anybody want to ask Vijay sir? One last question. Anybody? Right. So if anybody wanted to interact with this sir personally, we are sharing here the personal number of Vijay sir, WhatsApp number. You can just note down this number and please message sir whenever you want to talk, and you can take a permission and you can call him, but don't disturb him all the time. And it is only for personal interaction. If you really feel any problem with the physics, you can take his guidance. He is going to suggest you, and definitely you also will be one among the top students who scored 170 out of 170. So, and we wish you all the success, because I can see a lot of people, sir, patiently for the last 2 hours these students are
Yeah.
they're listening to this, and definitely these
Only
guys have a very good opportunity for
2 hours is very difficult actually.
yes, sir. So
Yeah.
and tomorrow I think they have board exams. Even then they have state. So
Yeah.
I thank you guys for this wonderful evening, and especially Vijay sir. Thank you so much, and you have given so much of information, and it will
Welcome,
be
sir.
one of the best webinars we conducted. And those students who are facing physics problem, they definitely they have to visit this video again and again, and definitely this is going to help them a lot. Thank you so much, Vijay gar, for giving
Thank you,
us so
sir.
much of time and all your
So thank you, sir.
experiences. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Will do. Yeah, this is the end of the webinar. We'll meet very soon in the first week of March with another good webinar. Thank you so much for all who joined this webinar.